Welcome back to my episode reviews of the original Rescue Bots cartoon. Today, we're taking a look at the episode Flobsters on Parade. In this episode, a bunch of lobsters ingest a new, lighter-than-air gas created by Dr. Greene that enables the creepy crustaceans to fly and cause trouble all over the town of Griffin Rock. At the start of this episode, Frankie and Cody are debating on which part of this lobster and technology festival is better. The lobster dinner or the technology? I just think that it's pretty weird to have the two combined into one festival. They don't really have anything to do with each other. The only reason that I can think of is that they're probably both important to the town of Griffin Rock. Obviously, they're way into advanced technology, and I guess this confirms that Griffin Rock is in Maine. I mean, they probably mentioned it in a previous episode of either this show or in Rescue Bots Academy, but that's the only state in the US that I can think of where they'd be obsessed with lobster and have so many of them. Although, if I had to choose a side, I guess I'd have to side with Frankie, as I'm not a big fan of lobsters. Even having grown up in Newfoundland, I was never a fan of seafood, especially things like lobster, crab, and mussels. Don't get me wrong, I love a good fish and chips dinner, and trust me, now that I'm living on the mainland, it's hard to find a good fish and chips done right. Not to mention a plate of Newfie fries. Geez boy, it's impossible. Most mainlanders have never even heard of it. But yeah, I've never seen the appeal of eating lobsters. It's literally this big, trash-eating bug-like thing that crawls around on the ocean floor, and people treat it like it's a delicacy. Ew, no thanks. Anyways, let's move on with the episode before I decide to convert to veganism.
Cody, did you tell Frankie about you and the bots?
Wait, what? I thought they were supposed to keep the bots a secret.
I get to ride in the parade too with Dad. The rescue bots are the guests of honor.
Oh, okay, they're just going to be in the parade. For a second there, I thought I missed an episode or something where they decided that they're going to tell everybody about the rescue bots. So Doc Greene is filling up a giant lobster balloon when his foot gets tied up in the rope and he goes flying away. He ends up hanging onto the clock tower, or at least the building that kind of looks like the clock tower from Back to the Future, which again, maybe this is just me seeing references to Back to the Future, but this reminded me of the end of the film when Doc is trying to fix the cable for the lightning. It's too bad Doc Brown didn't have a transformer to help him.
Simon says, turn to your right. Simon says, raise your left arm. Turn left.
Simon did not authorize that last movement.
I'm surprised that the rescue bots have been on Earth for such a short time, and they've already heard of Simon Says. This episode also answers something that I was wondering about for the past few episodes. How does Blades get in and out of the firehouse? Apparently, he has his own personal elevator. So Heatwave refuses to go to the parade, and even fakes not being able to start his engine in order to stay home.
But think of all those little kids who would love to see you and climb onto a fire truck.
My point exactly. What do human children put on their fingers anyway? Last time I let one climb on me, I was sticky for days.
Huh. You know, now that Hotshot is a fire truck, I wonder if we're going to see any kids climb on him. Doc Greene invents this kind of helium alternative that is still lighter than air, but just barely so that it's kind of neutrally buoyant. So they start the parade, and there's some interesting things to point out. For one, there's this woman dressed up as a pageant winner. I guess she's supposed to be Miss Lobster or something. Again, this is kind of a weird thing to me. I guess it's like how in the US, they apparently have beauty pageants based around the agricultural products of their state. Like, if their state's main crop is corn, then they'll have the corn princess. Or if it's potatoes, they'll have Miss Potato. Or if it's dairy, they'll have the Dairy Queen. So I guess this is the Lobster Queen or something?
Boo this man!
Next in the parade, we can see a hologram. This will actually play a greater role in a future episode. So I like that they're establishing this early here. Then we have the Burns family, followed by the rescue bots themselves. And I think I figured out, along with your comments, why they had differently colored eyes in that one scene a few weeks ago. Apparently they changed their eye color when they're supposed to be in disguise out in public. Although, why does it even matter what color their eyes are? Is it like a Star Wars thing where blue and green lightsabers are for good guys and red ones are for bad guys? Well, then what about orange? Because that's what color most of their eyes seem to be normally. We then have this lobster lover guy who must be voiced by Steve Bloom because he definitely sounds like Starscream.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I'd like that lobster, please.
And in return...
So he knocks the floatium tank into the lobster tank, creating our titular flopsters.
At least it's not livestock again.
Wait, have they had something like this happen before?
Cal, I gotta go, Julia. We got cows.
Now I really am wondering if we missed a Rescue Bots episode where they had to tackle flying cows.
The lobsters must have ingested the floatium. I had no idea it was effective on living tissue. This is even better than my spray-on pants.
Wait, Doc Greene has spray-on pants? No, on second thought, I do not want to see his spray-on pants.
I may have a solution. I need to get back to my lab.
Can I stay here, Dad? These flopsters are fun!
Well, they're not fun for long as they soon start attacking people. So Danny and Blade start scooping up flopsters in lobster traps. Also, the Rescue Bots now seem to have special individual Rescue Bot logo lights that light up depending on which one of them is needed. I wonder why the recruits never got their own lights like that. So Frankie gets attacked by a horde of flopsters. Wait, what would you call a group of flopsters? I mean, a group of regular lobsters is called a pod, and a group of pelicans is also called a pod, so I guess you could still call a group of flopsters a pod as well. So Frankie takes cover from the pod of flopsters inside a phone booth. Which just makes me wonder, for an advanced town like Griffin Rock, why do they still have phone booths? Although it does seem to be a technically advanced phone booth, it kind of reminds me of the one from Bill and Ted. I wonder if this one travels through time as well.
Frankie, it's not you they're after. It's your jacket. The starfish on your jacket. The flopsters must think it's real. Lobsters eat starfish.
They do? Huh, I didn't know that. So why doesn't Frankie just turn her jacket inside out to hide the starfish? No starfish, no flopsters, right? Well, luckily Heatwave arrives to save Frankie, and her father comes up with a way to neutralize the floatium. So the team corrals the flopsters, sprays them down, and they're back to being plain old lobsters.
Oh, goody! That's just the one I wanted.
Now this makes me think, what if they ate the flopsters? Would they be able to fly around too? Or for that matter, what if the Rescue Bots themselves got filled with floatium? Would they be able to fly around like G1 Decepticons?
And the water returns to normal.
Huh, maybe that's why Starscream's voice is so high. And so that's the end of this episode. Kind of a letdown after the last few episodes, which were really strong. This one just kind of felt like filler. I wonder if Doc Greene's floatium or anything else from this episode will come up in a future one. But yeah, it's just kind of meh. What about you? What did you think about this episode of the original Rescue Bots show? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And join me next time for what sounds like it'll be a much more interesting and exciting episode, the alien invasion of Griffin Rock. See you then.
What's so funny?
I just got it. Flobsters. Because they fly. They're... Okay, never mind.